I just reread Prisoner of Azkaban, and I have a lot of mixed emotions on it. For one, before we get into the video, I just want to say I love the book. I love all the Harry Potter books, but I'm just going to be stating, the positives in the book, the negatives, the ups and downs, what was good, what was bad. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first things first, let's start off with the positives. I think in the Prisoner of Azkaban book, the things I really liked was I like when they go to the Leaky Cauldron with Harry and he meets Cornelius Fudge. I think that's awesome. With the Weasleys too. I really liked that part in the book. And another thing I liked was the Quidditch. I thought the Quidditch was amazing. The Quidditch Cup, how Harry and Gryffindor finally won the Quidditch Cup, and it was cool seeing the reactions of Oliver Wood and Professor McGonagall. They both Professor McGonagall started crying, and Wood, I'm pretty sure it was Wood's last year to win, and I thought it was pretty awesome to see them win. And whenever there's Quidditch in Harry Potter, I'm always excited to read about it. So yeah. And it's actually funny because I actually I watched the Harry Potter movies before I read the Harry Potter books when I was a kid. So, and when I watched the movies, Prisoner of Azkaban was actually my second least favorite movie out of the Harry Potter movies. And going into the book, I was expecting, I'm not going to like it very much from the movie. But I was surprised because in the movie, I didn't really like how they portrayed Lupin and Sirius Black, while in the books, I really liked Lupin, and I really like Sirius Black, and those are the two characters that probably my two favorite characters in The Prisoner of Azkaban. I also really liked the character development in Professor Snape. I felt like in the first book, he was great. In the second book, he just didn't really do much. He was just kind of a bully. But in this Prisoner of Azkaban book, we get, flashbacks, or not flashbacks, but we get, a backstory on why Snape kind of doesn't like Harry because of his father, James Potter, and how they, pulled pranks on Snape and they were mean to him. I also really liked the explanation of the Marauders in The Prisoner of Azkaban, while in the movie they didn't really, go into depth with this, while in the book they did. So I really, really enjoyed that. Another thing I really liked about the book is the time travel. In the movies, I didn't really like it that much, because it didn't really make much sense. I'm not usually a big time travel guy. Whenever there's time travel, I usually don't like it very much, but in this book, I thought they did it really well, because, they didn't interfere with anything, so it didn't create any, alternate timelines or anything like that. So I really enjoyed the time travel. I thought that was done amazingly by J.K. Rowling. And then the final positive I'm going to draw away from The Prisoner of Azkaban is the mystery. It's pretty evident that a lot of the Harry Potter books involve mystery. The Sorcerer's Stone, it's who is Nicholas Flamel and what's the stone guarding, and is Snape really bad? And the Chamber of Secrets is who opened the Chamber of Secrets. And in The Prisoner of Azkaban, it's, is Sirius Black good or is he bad? And it's a plot twist at the end that we find out that Sirius Black is actually, good. So I really, really enjoyed that. These are all the positives I found from The Prisoner of Azkaban. I really enjoyed it. Going through the middle, I was thinking, but towards, once the end hit, I was like, yeah, this is a really good book, So now that we're done with the positives, let's move into the negatives. So, first off, one negative I saw throughout the whole book, or not the whole book, but I would say 3/4 into it, or after the start, is Buckbeak. I didn't like the Buckbeak plot line. I thought there was just too much there's too much dialogue and too many pages on Buckbeak, and how they have this like special attachment to this creature. I mean, I understand Hagrid, but for Harry, Ron, and Hermione to have this attachment to a hippogriff, I mean, it's obviously amazing that they saved him, but like it's I felt like they took it a little bit, too far, I would say. And then another thing I didn't like was the feud between Ron and Hermione. Just like another this book deals with a lot of animals, like the whole feud between Hermione and Ron is based off, animals, and that Crookshanks is attacking Scabbers. So I didn't really like that. I don't really understand why Ron has such a special attachment to a rat, like that he sleeps with this rat. Like, I mean, isn't the rat gonna bite him and stuff? Like, it's kind of odd to me, but that's just me. I didn't like the feud between Ron and Hermione, and just the animals involved. Like, it's a rat. Come on, like, yeah. I also didn't like how Hermione used a time turner to go to her extra classes. I mean, time turners are one of the most, top secret, not top secret, but highly secured. Be extremely cautious when using them. I don't think they would give it to a third-year Hogwarts student who's trying to take more classes. That's just idiotic, and yeah, I didn't like that at all. I thought that made literally no sense whatsoever. And yeah, those are basically all the negatives I can think overall. During my reread, I've reread the Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, and Prisoner of Azkaban. So far, I think that Sorcerer's Stone has to go 1. Prisoner of Azkaban is gonna go 2, and Chamber of Secrets is gonna go 3. Because I really enjoyed the Prisoner of Azkaban book. The Chamber of Secrets book, I kind of just felt like I was just kind of reading it. It doesn't pop out to you. Sorcerer's Stone pops out to you. Prisoner of Azkaban pops out to you. Chamber of Secrets does not. So I would give this book an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I really loved it. And yeah, I'm gonna be rereading the Goblet of Fire next. I'll be ready for a review on that book. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, see ya.